Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back to John Adult Scenes LA Like. Welcome to the Olympus Coliseum Hades Cup episode. And yep, we're doing the Hades Cup. Real quick, usually most of these tournaments have been around 10 seeds each, usually, that means 10 rounds each. As you can see, this board is very long. As you can see by that number, there's 50. And you may be thinking to yourselves, nah, it really can't be that long, right? No, it is that long. By freaking God. So yeah, each single one of these seeds, as you can see, for each round is 10 each. At least whenever you finish one, you can at least just skip ahead and do the next 10. So as soon as I'm done with 40, 50 through 40, as soon as I get to the 30th spot or 40th spot and go past that, I can just start from 40 and just go all the way to 30 and just, keep going on from there. I don't have to worry and, have to go all the way back to 50 to go to 20 or something. And each time it's going to just be, being able to just go down the list until finally I can get on to my final opponent. Real quick, I want to make sure. I could have sworn that. I'm guessing he's either a secret boss or. Oh wait. Okay, maybe I was wrong, and maybe there is a secret boss, another secret boss. I could be wrong. I forget. All I do know is that, weirdly enough, Hades is not the final enemy you face off in this entire tournament. If you know who the Rock Titan is, you'll know who it is. But I won't say any more than just, I'm surprised Hades isn't the final opponent for the entire Hades Cup. But whatever. As of right now, though, I think I'm decently prepared. Hold up. I kind of don't need this stuff, actually, kind of. Just high potions for now. Sorry if I'm doing this right now. It's just something I should have done. / I might as well talk while doing this real quick to explain how this tournament really works specifically. Is that each time you complete the tournament in terms of brackets, you'll be facing off against stronger opponents and stronger Heartless. As you saw throughout the list, if you actually paid attention, you should notice that some of the Heartless or some of the beings we're fighting are kind of familiar faces too to the whole thing, And yes, we are fighting against other, Final Fantasy characters, of course, but certain individuals we should both know about / been, seen here and there. For example, you guys should have seen Yuffie, you guys should have seen Cloud and Leon. You guys should have seen a couple of these other characters here and there, certain ones we know, certain ones we don't know, some things here and there depending on whether or not you remember some of the stuff in the game. And yeah, we're facing off against all of them. Some of them I think are single fights, but that's gonna be a rarity type of thing. So for now, I don't have to do a platinum match anymore, thank God. I just have to do the Hades Cup, which will, yeah, 49th. Yeah, it's the only one I can enter, Phil. What are you talking about? Oh, anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do this whole thing once at least to get through. It starts off, pretty easily, not too bad. At least it's not terrible. And at least I got a good amount of stuff with me. I will say, it does look ridiculous seeing both of them hold these types of weapons, because they look really weird. Oh yeah, by the way, I do want to make one correction. The thing isn't called a Wait Knight like I thought. It's a White Knight. Yes, it's spelled like white, except without the, the H. At least that's what I've heard it pronounced as, so I really can't say anything. But so far I've got all of my magic, or some of my spells upgraded. I've got a lot of my other things done. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to mention. Most of the bosses, or some certain enemies in this game, in this tournament at least, are upgraded bosses. Like the opposite armor is now the red armor, and I'm pretty sure a Shadow Sneak should be around here somewhere. Or Stealth Sneak, as it'll be called, I think. I forgot its upgraded version, but there's different upgraded versions here and there. And you'll also be fighting bosses too. Like, you know, like previous bosses will be now in this tournament as different types of things, so there you go. There we go. Perfect. Still looks like a weird shield, Goofy. I won't lie. Oh, okay, this is just one of those, what do you call it? Intermediate matches. You're supposed to keep the thing bouncing forever and you get rare items for it, but I can't do that, so I didn't bother. Well, I tried, but I can't really do those well. Oh, Jesus. Okay, whoa, calm down, PS4. Jesus Christ. Yuffie is a bad luck symbol. I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know why it's slowing down on Yuffie of all people, but... Okay, real quick, I do want to make one correction slash a little bit of an interesting factoid with Yuffie. It turns out that she was supposed to be technically more important to the story, but decided against it, I guess. Well, let me explain. Originally, Yuffie was not supposed to be in Kingdom Hearts, actually, surprisingly enough, the first one. She was actually supposed to be somebody else. It was a character called Riku. No, not the Riku in Kingdom Hearts that we're trying to save or, you know, try to find. It was a girl named Riku with 2 Ks. I'm not sure whether or not she was supposed to have 2 Ks, or maybe they added the 2 Ks later on. But anyway, this girl named Riku was supposed to be like your type of sage-like character supposed to help you. I'm assuming she might have been a party member. Like, you know, besides Sora, you know, besides Donald and Goofy, you would have had her as a party member. She's from a different Final Fantasy game, not 7. I think it was Final Fantasy X-10 or something like that. It's a weird title. But anyway, she was supposed to help you, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, I assume, through certain paths and stuff. I think she was supposed to be a guide sort of thing, which would have been helpful in certain cases, but whatever. They decided against it and decided not to add her in and instead replace her with Yuffie. And I think they were supposed to give Yuffie the same type of, you know, role somewhat, you know, making her a guide, but then they decided, nah, let's not do that. And instead of not, you know, having Yuffie be useful, or at least be, you know, a sage-like character to help you, she's just a cameo character. I'm not saying she's bad or anything, she just doesn't do much other than just fight you. She has moral support, and that's about it. Again, like I said before, Aerith technically does more for you, because she gives you an actual spell. And Yuffie fights against you, and that's about it. Twice. So, I'm not saying Yuffie's bad, I'm just saying, like, just giving some information and just wanting to point that out. I don't have any beef with her, I just wanted to just say what I wanted to say. Anyway, let's hopefully do this without too much issue. Hiya! Keep beating on her! Keep beating on her! Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Anyway, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's also another thing. If you do this tournament, you get items here and there. They're not going to be any better, considering I just got either the best items I can get in the game. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. But either way... Okay, let's not get too cocky, guys. Don't get penisy, remember? Okay. Take out the big guy first. Don't you do your pirouettes on me or my teammates. And don't you do the smooth criminal lane. You ain't Michael Jackson. Even if you are a Thriller. Anyway. Ah, Jesus, not these things. Okay, the large bodies aren't going to be the issue. It's mainly the... Okay, there we go. It was going to be the fat bandit. Wait, did I already kill it? Okay, that was quick. Usually the fat bandit's like the one that I hate the most because it can launch projectiles, it can fire like a fireball of, you know, just fire all over you and that stuff, so it's kind of dumb. But anyway, here's the behemoth. It's an upgraded version of the behemoth. So it's basically the better version of it. Technically, this behemoth should be the strongest variant of the behemoth species. So, you know, this was what I was talking about beforehand when I said, oh, the behemoth would have one final form to it. But it's not any different, actually. Like, here's the thing. This is supposed to be the strongest version, but it's not really any different from the other versions of itself. The difference, though, is that it has a few stronger attacks, and it is a little bit harder to climb on. Although, I'm not sure whether or not you think that's harder. Although, I'm not sure whether or not you think that's harder or not. That's up to your opinion. Well, that's really all dependent on you, really. You know, what I am kind of glad for? The fact that the game is a pass, like, you know, like if you pause, you can continue where you left off. You don't have to, like, you know, have to restart. Thankfully, it doesn't have that restart option, just like, it's just restart or quit, that's all it does. Some games do that, and Kingdom Hearts 2 does that still. Real quick, to explain, in a world, in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a pass-fail sort of thing, so if you pause the game at any point, you know, just to go to the bathroom, you have to restart the song, restart something, regardless of whether or not, like, you've just paused it for a minute or that type of stuff, so that's kind of dumb. Thankfully, the tournaments don't do that. Or at least this tournament doesn't do that. Oh, Jesus, you guys got messed up. Attain the power of ice. Blizzaga. Blizzaga. And I'm guessing I'll get Thunder Spell here. I was like wondering when my elemental spells would upgrade. I got Fire, got Time, and got Arrow. Oh, maybe Gravity will upgrade around here. But I'm not saying this was going to be like a hard thing. Well, it depends on the level. I was planning, like you guys heard before, at level 60 or level 50 at the time when I was doing this, that I was going to, you know, enter the tournament. Because I thought it was going to be, like, at that point I should do it, because, you know, I thought to do it. But then I decided, let me do the bosses first, get them out of the way. And so I did them, and then I had to grind for certain items and stuff. So, you know, I began to get really, really strong. So, you know, overall, I didn't plan to do the whole tournament last, because I thought, yeah, might as well do it now. But I decided to do it now because, now that I have everything I need, might as well do it. So it's not gonna be that bad, right? Right? Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, any more? Okay, good. Yeah, I do like Donald's weapon more so than Goofy's, but it still looks ridiculous. Regardless. Now, the way to beat these mushrooms in particular, usually the way to beat those black fungus mushrooms is to hit them with a critical hit, like usually your finisher attack. So hitting them in the air is a better option. You know, doing a whole, you know, jumping attack and then doing a couple of combos and then hitting them at the very end of your, you know, finisher. Because that provides a good amount of damage to them. I'm not sure fully how it works, but it's something like that. Where, you know, they require you to hit them with the most strongest attack you have. And if you do, you get good stuff from it. Either black goo, black mold, and stuff like that. To which I needed because I needed to synthesize, so... Oh, A stealth sneak, okay. Reveal yourself. There we go. I think we've already seen this, right? The upgraded version of it. I forget. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's this little glitch that happens anytime the lizard fires its lasers. It becomes invincible and can't take damage. That's annoying sometimes, but whatever. Or it can't die when it does that. I don't know. Thankfully, though, it's not terrible to deal with. It can be annoying, but it's not terrible. Okay. To my knowledge, not every single, at least, you know, to my knowledge, at least not all of these Heartless or all of these bosses require magical spells. It's just that, you know, healing magic is very useful. So, you know. So, you know, it's never really that big of an issue to not have magic. Unlike the fight with the frickin' Phantom. And no, I'm not gonna let that go. Look, the Phantom fight is either hit or miss for some people. Some people are okay with it. I just find it BS because of how much requirement it needs you to have. You know, you need to have a good stop spell. You need to be able to lock onto the clock tower immediately whenever you need to. And all this other stuff. It just requires you to do a lot in the time span of just so little. And with the amount of, like, what do you call it, you know, stuff you're limited to, you kind of do need the best equipment, best stuff, to even stand a chance of even defeating the thing. Oh yeah, that's another thing I learned. You can actually deflect a lot of Cerberus's fireballs. It doesn't mean, like, it's a big beneficial thing or any different. It's just a little bit better than before. And this time, this is supposed to be Cerberus's stronger form of boss fight. Which, you know, would be difficult, but again, I'm kind of at a very strong level compared to beforehand, so... So, you know, it's not like as if, what do you call it, it's not difficult, it's just that, you know, I'm too strong for him. And you know what, beforehand, it would have been actually pretty strong, actually. I will say, though, Hercules wasn't lying when he said he was softening Cerberus up. That was supposed to be stronger Cerberus, so he wasn't wrong. Although I'm not sure whether or not Hercules actually appears in this whole place. And as you guys, I'm not sure. But as you guys saw, I got Thundara! Which is a super thunder spell. I love the effect of it. Really wish I had it mapped up to my keys, but I forgot to. So I don't need to for now. But for now, let's just deal with all these other things. Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, right, I remember. Donald has is upgradable to me, meaning that anytime I get an upgrade to my spells, he does too. Okay. I kind of forgot about that because I was thinking, like, how did your ice become so... Oh, that's why. For Pete's sakes, you're still around? Yeah, I'm fighting through the lag. Q, internet. I hate when the internet starts doing this. Like, I don't know whether or not it is my PS4 or whether or not something else. Or, well, I'm pretty sure there's more to this than just this. Okay then. Okay. That was it. I kind of expected more, but no, okay. The Avengers. Okay, so we have a monkey, mummy, a knight, a bandit, and a pirate. So that's the Avengers for you. Oh my god, this is a prelude to Marvel's purchase from Disney. No, I'm just kidding, it's not. Imagine if that was supposed to be the case. Oh god. Like, Square Enix would have to answer to that and say, like, why did you guys put the Avengers in this game? Well, it's not really the Avengers. It's just, you know, a clever little joke we decided to do, you know, funny joke. Okay, like, I was wondering, did I kill the body? Like, did he go up too high? Okay, Black Flap. Hey, look, it's Flappy Flappy. I will say, I'm genuinely surprised by how well I'm doing enough. You know, in comparison to the other time I tried doing this, where I just sucked. To be fair, I was kind of at level 50, as you saw before. But I didn't have that much trouble. I just had trouble at certain parts, like, or just the running out of what do you call it? Supplies. That's basically my main downfall. It wasn't the amount of Heartless I had to deal with, it was the amount of stuff I needed, because, you know, I was starting to run low on health all the time, running low on MP. This is a lot better than the fight with the Phantom, because at least you can prepare for it, and it makes more sense. Unlike the Phantom, where, you know, nothing made sense. I don't know. Again, I'm salty about the Phantom, and I do think it's a bad boss fight in the Kingdom Hearts series as a general whole. But again, that's just my personal opinion. And certain people think that, oh, the Phantom can be somewhat of a cakewalk if you learn to handle him well enough. I call BS a little bit, but whatever. Like, again, if you fought the Phantom without knowing anything about him, how would you know how to handle him? Oh yeah, and also, here's Cloud and Leon. And so, you know, that's all really my particular feelings towards, what do you call it? My particular feelings towards that type of aspect, at least. I do want to mention, I will, oh yeah, remember when I said before that, you know, in my Sephiroth, or, I'm not sure when this video comes out, but remember when in my Sephiroth fight I mentioned that, you know, that Sephiroth, that Cloud would have a contradiction a little bit later on? This is that. Technically, he shouldn't be here, like, Cloud shouldn't be here, even though I fought against, Sephiroth first. I should have done that after this, but it counts, whatever. Anyway, the point is, Cloud really shouldn't be here, because like I said before, anytime Cloud faces off with Sephiroth, he disappears in a blinding light of something that just causes him to disappear into a bright light somewhere off-world. But for some reason, he's here. And I understand, like, oh, you should have done the Platinum match before, and I should have, but I didn't want to. Because I wanted to deal with, you know, Cloud. I wanted to deal with the Hades Cup later, so, you know. And that's just something I want to mention. Because, you know, that's something that some people could say, oh, I don't understand how this is the case. I thought this is what happened, you know, that type of stuff. Okay, thanks, guys. There's this little exploit on the large bodies. If you hit them on the top of their heads, it still counts as damage, even if they're from the front, so you don't have to worry too much. I don't know, it's a little bit interesting of a factoid I've learned. And I abuse it, mainly because, well, of course I'd abuse it. So there's that. So yeah, dealing with Cloud here is kind of contradictory, but it makes sense. But overall, I just want to point that out because it's funny to me. But let's deal with these guys. Man, grinding against you guys was annoying. The angels. Those whole angel things only drop one particular item that I need, which is Scale, which I needed for an, what do you call it? Synthesis material. So it took forever to get any of those to drop that. Oh, man. It's always frustrating, that type of aspect. I have a bad feeling. Like I said before, see? See what I mean? See what I mean? Good magic. Or good stuff. Okay. Air Brigade. All the flying creatures. Not a bad idea. Just not really what I think of when I think of, like, an Air Brigade. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have, like... They didn't have, like, an actual, like, plain type of Heartless around here. And I know that would have been machine-related, but still. Violent Bunch. Okay, I gotta use my ether. Since Donald and Goofy kind of ran out of theirs. Might as well use mine. Hold up. Okay, just double checking. And I could possibly handle this without too much ether. There we go. Perfect. Go, 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 Power Ranger. I don't know why I'm singing Power Rangers song. Power Rangers, the song. Interceptors. Okay, 3 defenders. Yeah, definitely can tell a difference between my last time and this time. Where I have the best items, best equipment, best, well, you know, best just weapons overall. I can definitely see the difference. Okay, no. No, you guys are not pulling that stuff on me. Nor is the lag happening to me. Seriously, I hate when this happens. Wait, here we go.
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place
This was, you see what I mean? Like, he's helping, he's fighting you off right now. For some reason.
Hey, having fun yet? Fun yet?
See ya. Be free.
Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure he goes out of his whole, you know, fire hatred stage at some point. Eventually. You can't really outrun the fire spin too much, but you can outrun it to a degree. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. I will say, he's not the hardest or the easiest boss to face in this term. Oh, you know, he kind of is to some degree, but he isn't the easiest boss to face in this tournament.
Stop! Come on. Hey guys, get away from me! Oh, come on!
I have no idea what happened to him there. Like, seriously, what happened? Anyway, I got a better gravity spell at least. There's Ansem Reports 8. Ansem's Report 8. I was like wondering when that was coming into play. Okay. Night Rave. Oh, Christ. Not this thing. Okay, Searcher. Like I said before, I'd read the Ansem Report. I'm not sure where I'd read it. Like, I'll check. I'll either put the Ansem Report video in this one, like in the final tournament, Hades tournament episode, or maybe before the whole ending of the game, maybe? I don't know. Like, again, it's dependent. I'm not sure. But let's just get through this entire thing and deal with them.
Heal. Come on. Come on.
For Pete's sakes. Okay, thank you guys. I did not want to deal with that. I seriously did not want to deal with that. Oh, okay. Invisibles and a Shadow Sneak. I should say that's clever, but then again, these guys only go invisible to some degree. It's not really invisible, but whatever. Like, can you consider this invisible? Like, can you? Can you really, though? The invisible Shadow Sneak, yeah, but the things just basically become this after a while. I don't know, it doesn't feel like a completely, like, you know, the whole aspect of being invisible. At least it's dead. Any more? Okay, yeah, I was like wondering. Oh no, not these things. I don't know what that is. Do something else! Do something else, damn it.
Fire.
Okay, there we go. Jesus.
Deep freeze. Deep freeze.
Okay, there we go. You're the one who didn't do it fast enough.
Deep freeze.
Okay, there we go.
See ya. Deep freeze.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, that was quick. I think you need arrow for that one, but I'm not gonna do it.
See ya. Fire.
Okay, good. That's what I thought it was.
Fire.
There we go. Thanks. That's how you deal with white mushrooms. Didn't think I would fight those. I forgot about those, but whatever. And they wasted all my MP. Great. Me and my big mouth. Okay, I figured out what those X's mean, I think. It just basically means, like, you'll face a horde of these versions of Heartless, but they won't tell you the numbers. That's how they get you. It's like, oh, you'll face X amount of this. But they won't tell you you're facing an actual, like, 20 of these things. That's how they get you. Well, it's not like these guys are too difficult, and I do mean for both the Shadow Sneak, or the Shadow, and these, Dark Balls? I forgot what their full names are.
This should help.
Okay, good.
Power of the Keyblade.
Fully healed. We're starting to run low on magic a bit, but we're at the 10th area, so that's understandable. Okay. Really? Okay. Did it say the 4th seed, right?
Come on.
Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's literally not letting me kill it until, like, after it, like, goes out of its way to just become invisible. At least I didn't do it close to them. Like, at least they were far apart when they died. Because, like, that would have been funny if they were clipping through each other, but I didn't want that to happen, so yeah. Alright, let's see. Wyron, Wizard, Defender. Okay, right. Oh, so now it's an X amount of these things. Wait, where's the Defender? Oh, I get it. It's not gonna tell you when the Defender's coming. It's just gonna say, oh, yeah, the Defender is here. He's just not coming yet. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Donald. I really wish I could check my level on the fly right now, but yeah, that's fine. I think I'm at something past level 75. So either I'm at 74 or 70... No, not 74. 76, 8, or 79 at this point. Maybe. I don't know, I forget. It's a good place for experience, at least. Okay, Dark Ball. That's the name of it. Okay. So yeah, the Dark Balls aren't really that big of an issue. Which is kind of weird because they've always been somewhat of a troublesome type of Heartless. They're supposed to be the stronger Heartless that you're supposed to deal with throughout the entire adventure. But, you know, they become basically kind of like jokes. The other Heartless, though, are kind of a bit more difficult. It's just... It's more of a different perspective thing here and there. I wish I could go fancy and use my stop spell, but I can't really do that. At least not with a reliable way of getting HP. That's like the main issue I guess I have with Kingdom Hearts 1, the original one. Is the fact that a good amount of its like HP magical spells are cool, but you have no reliable way of getting MP back other than just attacking and or using items. At least in Kingdom Hearts 2, you can have your MP bar fill automatically if you use all of it. So there's a positive there. I don't know, I feel as if that like, it could have been better, but whatever. Are we at the final one? Yes. Number 1, we face off with the Rock Titan. And, yep. For those of you who don't know, the Rock Titan in was a enemy in Hercules. Hercules. And it's basically what you think it is. Climb up. Alright, there we go. So, you know, Hercules had to face this Titan along with a couple of other Titans, such as the Ice Titan, the Lava Titan, and also the Magma Titan. Ice, Magma, and Rock. Oh, there was also a Tornado Titan, or a Wind Titan, if you want to call it that. So that's the Titan you had to face, or deal with, mainly. There was also another Titan, but he was a Cyclops creature. And he really wasn't really, like, too much of a Titan sort of thing. It was just more, I don't know, he was the odd one out. But, hey, we beat the Rock Titan by ourselves, so that's cool. Yeah, he's kind of easy for a final boss. Like, I think he's easier than Hades. But there is another Titan we can fight. I just don't know where we can fight him or how we can fight him. I forget how.
We're the champs!
Yep. Yes, we are. Ha! Good job, Donald. We are the champions of the tag team world. We got Limit. Trinity Limit. What is that? Okay, hold up. Channel parties remaining MP to crush surrounding minimum and with nearby cost all MP. I kind of want to see what this does. I think it's a special ability, but I forget but I forget how to do it. Okay, hold on. Let me ask Phil something. Oh, there's another tournament? Oh no. Or is this a specific boss fight? Or is this the boss fight I think it is? Okay, yeah, it is the boss fight I think it is. Like, I was like wondering, how do you fight this guy? This is the Frost Ice Titan, whatever you want to call him. This guy is the predecessor to the other Titan we just fought against. Yeah, and he's a lot harder than his brother. Professor. Why am I Professor? What does that even mean? What does stealth mean? Let me guess, is he a foot tall now? Oh no, he broke apart, okay. I was thinking like... Oh yeah, he did grow small. I was thinking like, okay. Sora, were you really gonna kill off the little Titan right there?
Take that!
Like, I understand it was killing you, but it's like, were you really gonna stomp on that thing? Kind of mean, but I understand why. Okay, real quick. Let me see what it means by Professor. That's what it means. Answer report 8. Okay, I did not expect to fight the Ice Titan, actually. But whatever. The Frosty Giant. Yeah, pretty much. Ugh. Characters, real quick. Got Hades, updated. Rock Titan, added. Ice Titan, added. Nothing else, really. We got all the Heartless. Destroyed Behemoth. That would imply that he's destroyed. Shouldn't it be Destroyer Behemoth? Whatever. Let's see. Sneak Army. Heartless, similar to, but more powerful than the Stealth Sneak. They state... Oh, it's talking about the two of them, right? What? Stealth Sneak. Isn't there an Optical Sneak? Oh, I'm guessing that's just the Sneak Army. Okay. Oh, wait, updated. Okay. It used to be something else. That's what that is. Okay. That's why I thought. Got all the Trinities, got everything except for the minigames. I think I know which minigames I'm missing, but I'm not going to complete them because I don't care. This was not a 100% run of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Edition. This was just to complete most of the stuff on the side stuff. So that's it. The Titan is done, the fight is done, everything else is done. I'm wondering, should I do the thing I was going to do? You know what? I'm going to read off the Ansem reports in the next episode for the last time. And that's where I'm going to do. Well, second to last episode, I bet. Because I think it's going to be long enough to where I can split it up into 2 parts. So, you know, there you go. I'll see what I can do until then, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and tell everyone else about this, because by God did I go through a lot just to finish this off. Until then, actually, let me take a look at the Keyblade I just got. Diamond Duster, what was it? Diamond Dust. Okay, it's not as strong as the Ultimate Weapon, thankfully, but it does have good magic. Like, it's really good in enhancing magic, so that's good. Real quick, I just want to see how this looks. Ooh, it has an ice effect. That's cool. That's fine. Not something I'd use, but yeah, it's cool. It's actually recommended as a Keyblade for certain things, but that's a different story altogether. For now, though, yeah, I'm guessing I'll be with you on the final episodes of Kingdom Hearts, I guess. I'll see you all until then. Until then, sign on, my bots. Take care.
Take that!